Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is a complete review of the Honor 9 Lite after 45 days. No one really knows why they came up with such a name, but this is the third phone from Honor under 20,000 rupees price segment to launch with the same Kirin 659 processor, just like the Honor 7X and the Honor 9i. But unlike those phones, this phone is priced at 11,000 rupees for the base variant that comes with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. Next variant is priced at 15,000 rupees for 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. Now coming to the device itself, unlike any other phone in its price segment, Honor 9 Lite comes with a mirrored glass finish on the back, with a 2.5D curved glass on the front and back, so the surface of the glass is very smooth. At the center, it has a plastic frame holding everything together. It looks very premium and elegant. It is definitely the best looking phone under 20,000 rupees. With that said, it isn't the only glass build phone out there. Asus Zenfone 3 and Honor 8 also come with a glass build, but they were priced very high when they were launched. Now coming to the physical overview, on the front it has a 5.65-inch display with a dual camera setup, earpiece, LED notification light and sensors at the top and Honor branding at the bottom. Its top edge is completely plain. On the left side it has a SIM card tray that houses a nano SIM slot and a hybrid SIM slot. On the right side it has the volume rocker and the power button. At the bottom, it has the audio jack, microphone, micro USB charging port, and a speaker grill. On the back, it has a dual camera setup, followed by a fingerprint scanner and Honor branding. It has a thickness of 7.6 mm and weighs 149 grams. It fits comfortably in the hand, and it's somewhat usable single-handed. Buttons are made of plastic, but they have a good tactile feel to them, and they make a nice clicky sound. Now coming to the cons of the build, the back is a fingerprint magnet, and it's very slippery. It will simply slide off any slanted surface. It comes with a plastic case in the box. It helps with the grip and fingerprints, but even that is slippery to some extent. Because of the glass back, it heats up more and takes more time to cool down than regular phones with plastic or metal build. And if you drop it, you have to worry about the front and back. Except for the heating issue, everything can be addressed with a good case. I'll leave a link for a good case in the description, you can check that out. Now coming to the hardware, unlike Honor 9i or the Honor 7X, this phone comes with all the basic sensors including gyroscope, right out of the box. It also has LED notification light, FM radio, compass, and yes, you can watch VR content, 360-degree videos, and use it in a VR headset. It supports dual SIM along with VoLTE. I have used it with Vodafone and Jio in Hyderabad, and I didn't have any issues with network reception. Call quality is good. Fingerprint scanner is very accurate, easy to find with the index finger, and it is super fast. It also comes with a lot of cool features like pulling down the notification bar, taking pictures, and more. Capacitive buttons are replaced with on-screen buttons. We can rearrange them. We can also hide the navigation bar for a more immersive experience, and we can even add a new button to pull down the notification bar. Honor also offers us navigation dock to make the phone more convenient to use. We can touch the bubble to go back, touch and hold for home, touch, hold and move for recent apps. It's a pretty good implementation. I wish we could simply drag it for recent apps. It would have been more faster. Anyway, you should definitely give it a try. The only downside in the hardware department is the hybrid SD card slot. If it had a dedicated SD card slot, it would have been a killer deal at the price. Now coming to display, this phone comes with a 5.65-inch LED display with Full HD Plus resolution in 18:9 aspect ratio. It is sharp and vibrant with good color balance. Viewing angles and sunlight legibility is good, probably best in the price segment. Honor also has features to change screen resolution from Full HD Plus to HD Plus to improve battery life. We can also tweak the color temperature to our preference. It also has the eye comfort mode to protect your eyes at night by adding a warm tint to the screen. On the whole, I don't have any complaints about the display. Now coming to cameras, on the rear, it has a dual camera setup with a 13-megapixel primary camera and a 2-megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing, along with a single LED flash. Even on the front, it has a dual camera setup with a 13-megapixel primary camera and a 2-megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing. I have already made a separate camera review, check that out for more sample shots and in-depth information. Now to keep it simple, rear cameras on this phone are just average. Capturing speeds are good and tap to focus works really well, but autofocus is slightly slow, especially while taking macro shots, and color reproduction is very bad. Front camera comes with a wide angle lens, so you can take some pretty wide selfies. Selfies have good dynamic range and exposure control. It also offers portrait shots for the front and rear cameras. Even though edge detection on the rear cameras is not as good as Mi A1, it is still manageable. Portrait shots from the front camera look really good. There is no optical image stabilization or electronic image stabilization. Video footage from the rear camera is once again average, and from the front camera is good. Now coming to performance, this phone packs a Huawei's high silicon Kirin 6659 processor. It's the same processor seen in Honor 7X and the Honor 9 Lite, just launched few months ago. It is available in two variants with 3GB and 4GB of RAM and 32GB and 64GB of internal storage. In the 32GB variant, you get 23GB of free space, and from 64GB of storage, you get about 54GB of free space for your user apps and user data. Now coming to the actual usage, animations are choppy and it's slightly slower than Honor 7X and 9i, which come with the same processor. It might improve with software updates. It has the raw performance, but it needs software optimization. You can play all the high-end games with good visuals, but on high usage, it gets really hot. If you use the camera continuously, phone becomes very hot. Maximum temperature I have seen was 51 degrees and the camera app didn't respond for few minutes. You can check out my gaming review for more information on that. Even after 45 days of usage, there isn't any major improvement in terms of performance. Animations are still choppy and the phone doesn't feel responsive enough, but memory management is good from the day one. So guys, in terms of performance, it has a good CPU, an average GPU, with some software optimization, it can perform much better. Honor 9 Lite is running EMUI 8.0 based on Android 8.0. This is a heavily skinned version of Android which offers a lot of features and customizations. This is one of the few phones in this price segment that were launched with Android Oreo out of the box. Oreo's features like picture-in-picture mode, one of the highlighting features of Android Oreo, didn't work in the beginning, but now it's working without any issues. Like all the Chinese phones, Home Launcher doesn't come with an app drawer, and it comes with a third-party keyboard app. So the first thing I did was to install the Nova Launcher and Google's Gboard keyboard. As it's a heavily skinned version, it literally comes with a lot of customization. You can check out my video on best features for more info on that. Link will be in the description. My favorite features would be long screenshot and screen gestures like double tap to wake. This phone offers a very unique feature called Wi-Fi bridge, where we can use the phone as a router to share internet from an existing Wi-Fi connection. It is a super handy feature in places with limited Wi-Fi access like hotels, where you might be able to use Wi-Fi only on one device. If you like a lot of features and options to customize your phone, you will love this phone. But if you want a super responsive phone like pure stock Android based phones, this phone is definitely far from it. With that said, memory management is good. So even if you get the 3GB RAM variant, it should perform pretty well. With that said, more RAM is always better. Honor might provide future updates, but nothing has been confirmed yet. And if they do decide to provide updates, they're always very slow. So in terms of software, there are no major issues, but the updates are very slow, and as of now, it needs some software optimization to improve day-to-day performance. In the audio department, it comes with an audio jack and a mono speaker at the bottom. It doesn't have any dedicated amplifier or a DAC, but comes with Hiss and sound enhancement, and it does improve the audio experience on headset. Speaker is loud, but not the loudest. It is manageable. This device sports a 3000 mAh battery and comes with a micro USB charging port and a regular 10 watts charger. It takes around 2.5 hours to charge the phone completely, and on normal usage with 2 SIMs and Wi-Fi always on average I got around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. The processor on this phone is built using the 16nm architecture, so it is very power efficient, just like the Snapdragon 625 seen in the Redmi Note 4 and the Redmi Note 5. If you are really low on battery, you can also use the Ultra Battery Saver mode to drastically improve the standby time, which is again one of my favorite features on this phone. Honor 9 Lite is a great value for money. For just 11,000 rupees, it offers you a very premium build, full view display, good cameras, portrait mode for the front and rear cameras, decent performance, and good battery life, which is like the complete package. I just wish it had a dedicated SD card slot, or they could have priced the 64GB variant around 13,000 rupees, and they should have given a better rear camera. Those were the only disappointing things so far about the Honor 9 Lite. Because of the glass body, it does heat up more than the regular metal build phones, but that is manageable. But now that the Redmi Note 5 and the Note 5 Pro are launched, this phone is no longer the only best choice out there. If you're just looking for a phone with better display, better performance, and better battery life, the Redmi Note 5 is the best choice. And if you're looking for a phone with better cameras, better performance and better battery life, you can definitely go with the Redmi Note 5 Pro. But if you're really tight on the budget and want a good looking phone with portrait mode on the front and back at that specific price point, then Honor 9 Lite is a great choice. So guys, would you be willing to buy this phone or the Note 5 or the Note 5 Pro? And what's your reason? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps our channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag ASKGREEDYTECH on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.